Hi, I'm Rosa-Stagi, and I'm recording this from beautiful Ajijic, Mexico, where I live. You know, I've always been someone who loves connecting with people and really hearing their stories and inspiring them through my own experiences. And you must know this about me. I love to travel. Obviously, I love to travel. I moved myself from San Francisco to Mexico without even thinking about whether, most people cannot kind of pull up their roots and just kind of move. Well, for me, that was pretty easy. And then, so I retired to Mexico, and for 10 years, I did exactly what I wanted to do. I just didn't want to do anymore. I just wanted to be. So that's what I did for about 10 years. And then all of a sudden I found myself at 70, and my relationship of 10 years broke up, and I was devastated. And I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do? I have big dreams to travel the world. Not only to travel the world, but to travel the world first class. Now I'm reduced to one salary. But more than that, I wanted to travel the world with my soulmate, and all that fell apart. So I was pretty devastated. I cried me a river for 6 months, and then realized that nobody was coming to save me. I had to do something to help myself. So I took stock of what I had. I had a rental. I made it into an Airbnb, made some money, but it was great. It was okay, but I wanted more than that. And so I decided that I would start an online business. I didn't know what I was doing. I knew how to copy and paste. That was it. But I was willing to learn. And then I found, but actually it was Bob Proctor who introduced this young man and said, if you ever want to start an online business, contact this young man as a mentor. And so I did. And he was into e-commerce. So I thought, that's how you do business online. E-commerce is e-commerce. Okay. So it entailed creating a Shopify store. Well, I had 2 little Yorkies, and I thought, Now the pet business, I had done some research and found out that the pet business was a good online business. So I thought, okay, I'll open a shop. My Shopify store will be Yorkietown Station, because I had 2 Yorkies, and I was going to sell Yorkie stuff. Presents and collars and everything that Yorkies love. And so it took me about 1.5 years because I was so slow with the tech. And not only that, but I realized that if you needed help online, you couldn't pick up the phone. You had to fill out a voucher or something, and they would get back to you within 48 hours. Well, by then I had forgot the question and whatnot. So that didn't work very well for me. Anyway, to make the long story short, it took me about almost 1.5 years to get my Shopify store going. And then I had this epiphany when it was ready to launch. I thought, oh my God, I don't want to work with products. I want to work with people. And at the time, the mentor was creating apps to help his clients, myself included, to better be able to, have sales in their stores, and was looking for affiliates. And I thought, well, I know he's good. I know his apps are going to be good. I'm going to become an affiliate, thereby starting my affiliate marketing career. And so, but I didn't know what I was getting myself into. It was quite techy. But out of nowhere, because I had to join ClickFunnels, and ClickFunnels belonged to Russell Brunson. At the time, I didn't know this, but he was involved with Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. who had started this new legacy of self-education is the new norm. And everybody was self-educating. Yes, everybody was at Google University, including myself. But Tony and Dean, their idea was to take it even further. Yes, people wanted information, they said, but people want expertise. So they created a course so that people who had knowledge and expertise could start an online venture. And I became an affiliate of theirs and was for 4 years. But through that process, the affiliate marketer, hooked up with 3 moderators from Tony and Dean, and we started our own business, Launch Lab Academy. Why? Because we could see that there were thousands of people falling through the cracks who needed more help than Tony and Dean could give them. So we reached out to them. We created our framework based on Tony and Dean's, and we became Launch Lab Academy, helping people, really holding their hands, giving them the support they needed, answering their questions. And so, and to make the long story short, we got the Global Award 2024 this year for helping people in our niche. So I can say that my life really has been a rich tapestry of experiences. From the time I retired, to the time I moved to Mexico, to the time I started on my online ventures. But I want to say that in the past 6 months, I've embarked on a transformative journey, I could say, that's truly reshaped how I see myself and what I'm capable of. I'm working with Shikha, and she asked us to create 3 versions of ourselves. And my first version was that I wanted to be the social media influencer, just like Oprah is for TV. I wanted to be that social media influencer, someone trying to fit in into others' expectations, unsure of how to move forward. And then I realized this version wasn't really serving me anymore. So I kind of let that go, but didn't. My version 2 came with a lot of learning and unlearning. But you know what? I started stepping into my power. And I started experimenting with the lens of the camera and seeing how I could express myself as a social media influencer. And version 2 was quite interesting. I was exploring my voice, I was understanding my potential, kind of a self-discovery kind of journey at that point. Challenging, but I needed to be true to myself and authentic myself with what I was doing with Launch Lab. So then came version 3. And in Launch Lab, we are helping people with AI tools to help them with their personal branding. And so what I did with version 3 is use an AI tool to express myself as a social media influencer that I believe I can be. And I believe that I can impact other people's lives. And I used an AI tool to express myself. And I was really very surprised at the response of some who thought perhaps that it wasn't authentic enough. Others thought it was great, but others thought, oh no, where is the physical Lucy? We do not want to see this AI person represented as Lucy. So This journey over the last 6 months has been nothing short of transformational. I've experienced growth, made changes, discovered parts of myself that I didn't even know existed. So, what's next for me? Well, I'm stepping into sharing my journey with you. And what I want to do is tell you that everything is possible at any age. I am now 79 years old. I should say 79 years young. And it's just an age because we can reinvent ourselves at any time. Life is a journey. We've said it so many times. It is a journey. And changes happen. And if you're an open person and if you're willing to keep learning, if you're willing to keep growing, if you're willing to keep being a better version of yourself every day, then what could be better than that? So I want to thank Shikha for letting me see another side of myself. Let me see the essence of who I am through the eyes of the camera, which I never really thought you could do that. But it's really interesting when you take a picture, and I no longer want to delete my pictures. I want to see what moment, what feeling, what emotion I captured at that moment. That in itself is a journey. So I want to thank you for listening, and I'm Lucy Rosa-Stagi.